So we are in week 3 of Veganuary. I have to be honest, I was feeling pretty smug last week. I was like, yeah, I've totally got this vegan thing down, like I kind of know what I can have, I'm really happy, I haven't been craving anything. This week's just been utterly, ridiculously hard. Like I've just been craving all of the crap food, like all of the cheeseburgers, fast food, wine, basically everything. Just to let you guys know, if this video seems a little bit like I'm in a bit of a grumpy mood, it probably is because I stood in dog shit this morning. So I was in the kitchen trying to work out what to have for breakfast and kind of sulking because Dan was making a bacon sandwich, and I stood in dog shit barefoot, which is possibly the most upsetting thing that could have happened to me. I was really sad. I just stood on one foot in the kitchen with dog shit between my toes. Like, there's nothing actually worse than that on a Sunday morning when you wake up and you haven't even had a cup of tea or breakfast. Mind you, I don't think that would have helped. And there's shit on your foot. Dem is like doubled over, like laughing, like tears coming out of his eyes, laughing, pissing himself laughing, and I'm just stood there with dog shit on my foot. And yeah, so that was, it just really pissed me off. And we couldn't even tell the dog off because apparently we don't know when she did it, so you can't really tell her off because we don't know when she did it. And he doesn't even reckon it was an actual, because she doesn't like ever go in the house, so he doesn't reckon she actually did it in the house. He reckons it was stuck to her bum like a little poo nugget, and apparently you can't tell them off for poo nuggets, so I just had poo nuggets stuck to my foot. Yeah. And also another thing that really pissed me off, sorry this is such a whingy video, but my cheese that I tried in week 1, I don't really know how long cheese lasts, because proper cheese never lasts very long at all in my fridge because I always eat it, but like I just forgot about this cheese and I kept opening the fridge and there was this horrible smell. I was like, what is that smell? Thinking like, ugh, and I kept kind of looking and being like, I don't know what it is, and then closing the fridge and being like, damn, there's something in the fridge. I didn't know what it was. Opened the door and this cheese is just like, ooh, it's like stuck to the milk and it's all green and like, ugh. So I had that one up, like literally I just get chucked away. So I'm not gonna try any more cheese at home, I don't think, because it was just, one, it tastes disgusting when it's not melted, and like it just stunk out my fridge and had nothing to do with the fact that it's been there for 2 weeks, but ugh, gross. Yeah, so that really annoyed me this week. So we've been like hanging out in Tesco's loads lately. We sound like the coolest couple in the world. Basically just because there's a big Tesco's down the road and their vegan range is really good. But I've heard that Aldi was meant to be like pretty good as well, so we thought we'd give that a go. So on Friday night we wrapped up and headed on down to Aldi's. So I'll show you a couple of things that we found. I haven't tried them out yet, so you have to bear with and wait till next week for that. Exciting stuff. But yeah, so okay, so first of all, we found skinny popcorn. Dun, dun, dun. So this was about £1, and you can probably have most sweet and salty popcorn, but I just hadn't really considered that I'd be allowed it, so I hadn't looked at it, and I'm just happy because I can eat it and it's a really good snack. Second up is paleo bars. So these are handy little gluten-free and little nutty bar things that will just sit in the cupboard, so if I'm late and I haven't got time to grab breakfast I can have one, or if I want dessert they could double up as a dessert as well. And they're fairly high in sugar and fat, so they're not great, but I don't mean eat the whole 5 at one time. I mean I'm just going to eat one on occasion. And yeah, so I'm going to try those. Another thing is, so my protein hasn't been as high because I know that there's lots of protein in vegetables, but I have noticed a decline in the amount of protein that I've been having, so I thought I'd just get a little supplement to help me out. Enter pea protein. So pea protein, I've heard lots of good things, and I didn't actually know that peas were really high in protein. I just like eating them because, I don't know, they're kind of just, they're green and like fun, so I just like them. I also like them like frozen, when you get them out of the freezer and you just eat them out the bar. That's probably really weird, but I love them frozen. And grapes frozen too are good. Anyway, I digress. So pea protein, so in every 15 grams on your spoon, 12 grams of that will be protein. So I'm just really hoping it doesn't taste like peas, because peas after your workout and peas for breakfast, I'm like not sure. peas in my porridge, so it's taking a bit far, but I'll let you know how I get on. But this little sachet was about £2 and you get 100 grams, so I've just got one for home and one for work. Another thing, so these two things, don't judge me, I don't really know what they're for. I mean, I get they're like nutty seedy things, but so we've got linseed up first, milled linseed, goji berries, sunflower and pumpkin seeds, which look like something I should have in my cupboard. Second up, chia seeds. So I think they'd be kind of good in breakfasts and like just thrown onto things. And it's one of those things that like adults have in their cupboard. And I was like, yeah, I'll have some of these. Mix these up, and don't really know what I'm doing with them, but I'm sure they'll help to fill me up. And they're quite low in sugar and quite high in fats, but like good fats, not bad fats. So really excited to try these in my breakfast and lunches, and yeah, just give them a whirl. Why not? Adulting, woo! The things that we'd eat kind of in the week. So breakfast we'd normally have, well, I'd normally have porridge with either some milk or some Greek yogurt. So that's a fairly easy switch over to almond milk and Alpro yogurt. So that's kind of stayed the same with some nuts. Then for lunch, I'd have some sort of vegetable surprise. So that's kind of probably one of my handy little sachets, little spaghetti bolognese sachet or little taco or fajita sachets, like chucked in with loads of veg, like a big old pot of veg in my slow cooker, which is the best thing in the entire world. If you're a lazy cook, or if you like prepping stuff for the week but you can't be bothered to think of a million different things, then the slow cooker will be your best friend, like 100%. On a Sunday night, we just chop everything up, whack it in the slow cooker, and then put it into Tupperwares, and then it's done. It's literally a godsend. And then for dinner, we've been having lots of bean burgers, which have been good. And then we had Linda McCartney sausages. I don't have the packet to show you because I don't know what I've done with it, but they were really good. So I take it back. Linda, like, let's be pals again, because I feel like we got off on the wrong foot with those horrible pork, whatever the hell they were. They were gross, but the sausages were really good, and even Dem said they were really good, so we're definitely going to get those again. And they're really filling, and they're fairly low in calories, they're low in carb and high in protein. So I definitely recommend Linda McCartney sausages. Like, well done, Linda. They were good. So places that I've eaten out that have been vegan and amazing this week. First up is Mooshies. I mentioned them last week, and the burgers were just insane. They were literally stacked burgers. They were so nice. The staff were lovely. It tasted really meaty, and the cheese tasted really cheesy. I know you're going to get really bored of me saying everything tastes meaty when it's not meat, but they were so good. And we had cheese sticks and sweet potato fries. I'd 100% recommend going there if you're vegan or not, because the food was just really nice, and it was, I think it was about 25 quid for 2 drinks, 2 burgers and 2 sides. And also they're dog friendly, so if you've got pooch, bring them along. Bear got so much attention in there. Everyone was walking up and stroking her, being like, oh, she's so sweet, I love her, like, can I stroke her? And I'm like, yeah, but she shits on the kitchen floor. Anyway, so I'm still not over that. But the second place that I went to yesterday with my friend Sam, was Mildred's Kitchen. So that's a pure veggie and vegan place. So they only do, they don't do meat at all. And she's a meat eater, so she's a bit like, so what am I gonna eat? Like, I don't really want to eat salad, like, instantly, like, exactly the same as me. When I first heard about veggies and vegans, I just presumed that they just ate salads and soya and tofu. But the food was so good. We had buttermilk, fake chicken and chips, which was so tasty. You wouldn't even know it didn't taste like chicken, but it kind of did. And it filled me up like a massive lunch. It hugely filled me up. And then we had chocolate brownies to finish. So that was really, really good. And they do like a good selection of beers and wines, obviously, which I couldn't have any of. So I had just some juice. And yeah, the staff were really lovely. Price points, I think it was about £30 for 2 courses and a couple of drinks, so it's really reasonable. and yeah, that one was in Camden, so definitely recommend there as well. So if you're eating out and you want to try some really good vegan places, Mooshies, which is in Shoreditch, and Mildred's Cafe, which is in Camden, recommend them both. I don't really know what my takeaway is just for this week, because this week's been really difficult, and I haven't felt that excited this week about trying new things. I've just wanted my old things back. But okay, so I do know my takeaway for this week. So my takeaway for this week is not to quit and give up, because I haven't, despite dreaming about cheeseburgers and eggs and bacon sandwiches. And yeah, just don't give up, and next week will be easier. Yes, that's my takeaway. Anyway, let me know if there's anything that you want me to cover, anything you'd recommend me trying, and as always, let me know what you think of the video. Like, subscribe, and yeah, thank you.